Well, he's not a carpenter. He's one of Jamaica's finest singer, better known to us now as Sir John Holt. Well, I'm glad he's not a carpenter. He is a singer. Sir John Holt, can you hear me?
Yes, Tony, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Welcome back to London. Welcome back.
Thank you. The carpenter's right here.
Let me ask
anything to be done in your house?
Well, indeed.
I'll fix it for you.
You will? Okay.
Carpenter. And I'll bring the lady along as well. She want to hold the nails for me, you know.
Oh, you are so funny, John, honestly. But seriously, let me ask you a serious question, yeah? If you weren't a singer, what would you have liked to have been?
So many different things. I like the mechanical world, and I like the electricity world.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity, rather, and also I like the health world, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you're a bit of a handyman, are you?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now, I remember watching you down at the Hammersmith Odeon at the time when you were performing with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Mm-hmm. And I remember standing next to your sister just looking at you performing, and I turned around to her and I said to her that singing is just like eating ice cream for you, isn't it? And her reply to me...
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
People say that I sing effortless, you know.
Yeah. She said to me that ever since you was a little boy, that you used to play games on them and just used to run up and down and just sing at them and run away and things like that. I mean, have you always loved singing from a young age?
I always loved singing. I was born with the talent, I guess. Mm-hmm. So from I was a little youth, I always tried to sing songs that I would be hearing on the radio and try to imitate the singer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And try to sing the song, try to learn the song, try to learn the chorus of the song mainly. You know, I always liked singing from I was a little boy.
Mm-hmm. So your first release, your very, very first record, tell us about it and tell us how you got involved with the Paragons as well.
Oh, well, my first release came after I won the Virgin's Opportunity Hour finals. And then Leslie Kong, Beverly's record, he saw my photograph in the Jamaica Star, and he came to my house, and I wasn't there. I was in school at that time. He spoke with my mother, and my mother made the arrangement with him, you know, for me to go and do this first song, but I couldn't go during the week, so we did it one Saturday, and it was titled Forever I Will Stay, and the other side is I Cried All My Tears. So that's how I started it, and then I got involved in the Paragons by one of my friends who introduced me to a set of guys who used to rehearse by Parish Church. Mm-hmm. My friend Lloydie, he was the one who took me there, and then I started singing, you know, like, you know, they were singing their thing, and I just joined in a little line, and then they seemed to like my voice, so they asked me to join with them. So I said, well, all right, no problem. I joined the Paragons, you know, so from there, and then we started out, and then we ended up making about 15 or 16 number one songs in a row. Mm. So it was a great time I used to have with them. And then afterwards, they broke up because both of them won scholarships to go to the United States of America as technicians and stuff like that with the telephone company. So I was like left back on my own. Then I went down by Duke Reed, you know, Treasure Isles, and that's where I started out with a song Tonight, and that went number one immediately, and then other songs just came up, you know, being nicely going up.
And you're still going. You're still going.
Hey, I've been there and I'm still going there, and I've done that and I'm still doing it.
There was a brief spell in your career, right, when you did a lot of stuff for Trojan, and they introduced violin, strings, and all of that. How did that kind of how did you feel about that, knowing the traditional kind of reggae beat, and here you have hit records after hit records, and they started putting strings in them, and it was slightly different at the time, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it was slightly different, but I felt real good about it because it allowed me to really, use my voice in every direction. You know what I mean? I'm singing minor, majors, and chords like those. You don't generally sing them on a regular song, So therefore, that really helped me to improve on my notes, and that. Those Strings album, it is really Tony Ashfield, an Englishman. All those songs are really his idea, because I am his favorite singer, so therefore he wanted me to do an album for him with strings, with an orchestra, because he used to listen to a lot of classical music. So I guess in his imagination, he could see me singing with a 40-piece band, a big orchestra. So it was really his dream that came true, and mine. I enjoyed doing it, but it was all his idea to go along with it was the Brian Rogers Orchestra, which is about 30 musicians. So therefore, we just decided to do that further. You look, John Holt Sings for I album, 1000 Volts, 2000, Dust the Road, and those songs, those albums. So that's how it really came about, you know what I mean?
And that put you in practically every home in the UK, didn't it? Not just black homes, but a lot of white...
everybody. It's a total cross-the-board thing, they would call it, Everybody went out and buy 1000 Volts of Volts and the Dust the Roads and the John Holt Sings for I album.
Well, we're getting a lot of people in our chat room wishing you all the best, John. We got Audrey, we got Eloise wishing you the very, very best.
Hi, Audrey, Eli, how you doing?
And now, when you perform with the London Philharmonic Orchestra, I mean, that must have been a big turning point in your career.
Oh yes, of course. It was like a dream came true, because I can remember, I must tell you, this is a real thing I'm going to tell you now. I had a dream one night, long ago, but I never forget that dream. That I was like a little dwarf at the bottom of a stairs, but way up above me there was this big band playing, but it wasn't really playing for me. It was like the Count Basie band or some kind of big jazz band playing way up on the top of the stairs. And I was just standing there listening to them. And that's the end of the dream, just like that. And so I guess it's a dream came true.
And the big band was the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
And the big band, the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Oh my God, I enjoyed working with them because I could hear like the music was actually pushing me, like it's pushing and like it's forcing me to sing out John, like the music was sending a message in my mind, like to sing it out, John, just enjoy yourself, because they are just a set of musicians, just like any other musicians. They're well-learned musicians, but they are musicians just like myself, and you're the singer, and they're the band, so therefore do your part. And they do their part because the whole world is a stage, and everybody's playing their part, So I always just play my part, regardless.
I could correct me if I'm wrong here, right? But this is what I saw. I was on side stage here. This is what I saw. I saw you when you came out, all dressed up in your suit and everything, looking absolutely marvelous. But I felt within my heart it took you about 10 minutes. When I say to get into it, you're into what you're doing because it's your job, right? But after the first 10 minutes, it was like we couldn't stop you.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? We couldn't,
yes, I know what you mean.
We couldn't stop you. It was like it's like for anyone initial going out there on stage. There is, I don't know, but I still kind of get stage fright when I go out and do something until you kind of get warmed up.
Okay.
And when you did your warm up period, oh my God, we could not stop you. We could not. It was like you could sing forever.
Yeah, you see, sometimes what happens, is that, pardon me, each time that I'm going to be going on the stage, I become very nervous, like I am wondering what's going to happen now. These people go, oh my God, why am I going out there? All those things come to my mind, Why am I going to bother to go out there? What is going to happen out there, and that same show that you're talking about. When I entered the stage, right, I say, John Holt. And I came up that first step on that stairs that they had set for me. The chairs took my voice away.
Oh, my gosh.
You understand me?
I hear that. You was out
It was like when you're frying a fish. It sounded to me like, whoosh. That's what I was hearing. So when I came out, I was like a lump in my throat and everything, First I'm saying this, but that's what happened. So I had to really, hey, John, come on, work out that thing. And I'm, hey, in the morning of my life, and you know what I mean? When I saw you standing there.
Oh my God.
Dance it out. I have to be moving and sort of bring myself back to me. You understand me? Because I was being carried away by the people. I lying to you, the real thing is just what happens sometimes, because when they say, yes, that is like it took my voice away, and I don't know, but, I just had to get over that bump in my throat.
Okay, so I was kind of more or less right, that because once you got that bump out of the way, John, I just looked at you and I turned to your sister and says, this man is just playing with his lyrics. It's his toy. It's his toys, Singing to you is just a toy. I mean, you just sang a little bit there, and it sounds so much like the record.
You see what I mean? And I'm just messing about, you know what I mean? A man in America told me once, that one of these guy who works in some television world, just like you in the radio world, he said, John, when I look at you on the stage, it come like you're playing some kind of cricket, or you're just on your play field messing about with friends.
That's what I see. You're playing with your toys.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, come on, let's go. In the morning, hey.
But let me ask you a question. Was your dad a great cricketer?
Now, my dad wasn't a cricketer. My uncle was a great cricketer, John Kenneth Holt.
John
Kenneth Holt, J.K. Holt.
Okay, yes, Junior.
Yes.
Yes, okay, that's a little question there from Mr. Claude Mosley. Apparently he knows the family very well. Now, I remember seeing you down at Veterans Night in Montego Bay many years ago, alongside Ken Booth and others, and that was a performance, because that was the first time I've actually seen you in Jamaica, and you came out there again. You just stormed the place. I mean, okay. There's so much things I want to ask you, but the time isn't. So just one question. Before you leave the UK, do you think it's possible for you to pop into the studio? We can have a musical, a couple of hours chat and play music and talk about your life and things?
Oh, yeah, we could just enjoy ourselves, like going through the motions and having a little drink here, a little chat there, and of course, why not? You are one of the original, man. You helped to break me out in the United Kingdom and England and everywhere. I never forget your show. You used to have the show on some radio there, Sunday, I think it was on a Sunday.
Radio London.
Yes, on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you inviting me a few times there, and I used to enjoy doing that, because when you play a reggae record, man, everybody listens to it, and I used to say, this is a man, Tony.
Thank you very much. Well, I have to...
You should receive some kind of award for these things that you have done,
Well...
Yes, you should, Yes, of course, I am lying to you, because you went through the struggle. You struggle to get it where it's at right now. You're one of the pioneer, man. And I'm lying to you. That's just the real truth. And everybody in this music business should really have a lot of respect for you for what you have done, and you're still trying to do better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man.
Thank
yes,
you.
Man.
I tell you what I would like from you, and I've never done this, a little special of one of your special tunes. All right?
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, when I get down there, I do that for you.
Okay. Now, how many songs do you reckon you have sung, recorded over the years?
I don't remember. There's a whole lot of them, There's a whole lot. I can't figure it out how many.
And when you do a show, how do you choose which songs you're going to be performing?
It depends on the kind of show and where I'm going to perform.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I choose the songs. You know what I mean? If I'm going to, let's say I'm going to do a show in Montego Bay, Jamaica, then, and there's a lot of different kind of artists on it. You have DJs, you have singers, you have culture guys, you have all kind of different people. Then I would choose like 10 or 12 songs that I know is going to fit into that kind of show. That's how I do it. Let's say it's one of them roots show, right? Where, the guy come on, Baba, we got in the morning good, and stuff like that. Then I would choose some songs like On the Beach, Stealing, a Park Camp, and all those kind of songs, you know what I mean? Because I know that it's going to fit right into their category, because that's the kind of songs those people like to dance to. You know what I mean? So that's how I really did. If I'm going to come here to do a song with the Philharmonic Orchestra or Howard Brothers that's going to be playing here, then I would choose some songs that I know are going to fit into that crowd out there. Certain songs I don't do certain places, but another place I would do that song because I know, hey, they're going to love it.
Now, you travel quite a lot as well. I'm kind of bumping through them because we've got 10 more minutes to go. Of all the countries you perform, which are the countries you enjoy performing in?
I mean, away from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Here, London, Birmingham,
why is
Manchester.
that? Why is that?
Because they're more tuned to reggae. The people here in England, they're more tuned. They've been listening to reggae since they used to play it on that little component set at their house. So I guess they know more about reggae than any other part of the world away from Jamaica. And that's the real truth. To me, the United States of America got to be a real bad deal when it comes to reggae.
Really?
They don't know anything about reggae music to me.
Okay.
I will go there and I perform and everybody love it and jump with it and stuff like that, just like here. But I mean that vibe, that feeling, it's not in America, because they got a real raw deal. Because what they did with America, I think, was to give them the version of the song and not the real song.
Okay.
That's how they end up loving these DJ songs, because they used to just give them the version of the song. That's what happened to America. They don't know nothing about the scatolites. They don't know nothing about a lot of good singers. They just got the versions. And I mean, reggae music hit England before it really crossed over to America.
Yeah.
It was Canada that used to really keep up that reggae thing before New York and the rest of America,
John, how long have you actually been, without giving anything away, how long have you been in the business? How many decades?
Well, I've been in the business since the first moon and the last sun.
Okay. All right. Out of all the songs you've performed, which has been your favorite?
Well, that's a very good question, Tony, because, I've never think about any of my songs to be my favorite, to be honest with you. It depends on the song that moves me, you know what I mean? The one that moves me become my favorite at that moment. I have moments favorite. Like if I'm going to sing 10 songs right now, then I know that I like singing this one more than the other 9. And if I turn around again and choose 10 or 20 more different titles, then I would prefer singing this one than that one. But there are songs that I sing that really make me feel real sad inside of me that I just want to stop singing it. I just want to break it off. Like a song called Memories by the Score. That song is...
Why does that make you feel sad?
Because of the lyrics, it brings back a lot of memories to me. Because I wrote that song out of experience, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And a few other songs too, but it's not really like it's my favorite song. As I said to you, I don't think I have a real number one favorite song, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If it comes to like an album or a CD or stuff like that, I like hearing 1,000 Volts of Volt.
1,000 Volts of Volt.
That album, yes, I really, really and truly love to hear that album, because the songs that I'm singing really brings out the voice.
Okay, let me just take you back a little bit, John. There was a time when John Holt was the household choice, household name, and then all of a sudden, as far as we saw it, John switched to Police in a Helicopter. that must have been a kind of a
different thing, you know what I mean? Because I mean, why I did have songs, it was the time. The time called for that song.
Yeah.
And that was a thing that how you think I get to write that song? That same one you mentioned a while ago. I was flying from Montego Bay to Kingston, and I saw all of this happening below me. And then I asked the lady to give me a napkin or a bit of paper, the landing form. And I wrote the song right there and then before we land in Kingston.
So before you land, you was actually singing it on board?
Yes, and right.
And you had the beat and everything in your head?
Everything. And the following day I recorded it for Green Sleeve Jungle Laws. Which involved that saying "stick by," "Sweetie Come Brush Me," and songs like that, "Ghetto Queen." But that has its own market, That have its own market, you know what I mean? Because if I go to California now, I can just sing that song 3 hours straight and don't sing another one. Real thing, I'm telling you.
No, I believe you. I believe you. There are singers that I have seen perform in, right? And John Holt, you are one of them. Freddie McGregor, the second, and the late great Alton Ellis is the third. Now, when I look at these three artists and I see them on stage, and I say, my goodness, these guys can sing from today till tomorrow without even stopping, because they love what they do.
Exactly.
And it's like when I was at the BBC and, with different kind of setup to what we have here, and I listened to your voice, the voice had so much clarity and so much richness in it, that it gave me a pleasure just to sit there, listen to it, and the job that I was doing, it was just pleasurable just doing it, knowing that I can play all these records,
Yeah.
Now,
well, I'm going to have you as my number one fan.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
And I tell you, and truthfully, and you deserve the honor, Sir John Holt. You deserve the honor. It's my pleasure. Now, if I could play a song for you, one of your songs, which one would you like me to play for you?
My number one.
Your number one.
My number one. That's the name of it.
Okay. Wow.
It's a Paragon song.
Okay.
I never thought you'd be.
You sing it for me,
the
please.
Number one for me. Now you prove yourself to be the number one for me. I'm really a lucky guy to have you by my side. Stuff like that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry about that, John. Yes, you're number one. Right, let me just see if...
it's titled My Number One. It's a Paragon song. I wonder if you're going to find it anyway. Because it's long ago, Or you could play Memories by the Score. There's a Paragon's version and there's a John Holt version.
I'm going to see if I can find it. If I can find it...
you could play that the one that went in the BBC charts that helped me make it through the night. This is very popular.
Okay, I can John Holt, My Number One, yeah?
No, Paragons.
Oh, well, okay. Right. I've got John Holt, my number one here. So.
It could be the same one. Oh, yeah. Hello?
Yes?
That's the one.
This is it.
Yeah. I love that song, you know.
Let's listen to it.
Okay.
I never thought you'd be the number one for me. Now you prove yourself to be the number one for me. I'm really a lucky guy to have you by my side. Anything that I want to do, it's all right with you. I was alone, then you came along. Now you're gonna be the number one for me. No buts, no maybe about our love. You for me and me for you. Number one you will be for me. No one can ever let us part. We have joined our hands and hearts. I was alone, then you came along. I never thought you'd be the number one for me. Now you
There you go, exclusively for you, Sir John Holt, my number one.
Yep.
Yes, sir, that's the one?
That's the one.
That's the one. Well,
That's the one.
when
I love that song.
you do. Now, what are you going to be doing on Sunday at the Our Valentine?
Oh, we're going to be doing. I've added some changes to my to my selection. You know, we'll be doing songs like "Red Red Wine" and stuff like that. And we'll be doing like some new titles. Really, I'll be putting on.
Okay.
Coming soon. And it must have broke your poor little heart. Those kind of songs.
When the boys used to sing,
Yeah,
you
and
look
stuff
better
like
in the
that,
dark.
and red wine and stuff like that. I'll be doing some songs that I know that the British people knows. Those songs really coming through UB40. You know, they did a few numbers that was real popular here in England, and I've decided to do even two of the UB40 popular songs because when they're on stage, they do my songs sometimes. So
okay.
therefore,
Okay.
I'm returning the favor by doing that song, and you know what I mean, and a few other songs as well.
Now, Blondie took one of your tracks way up in the charts. That must have been pleasant for you to know that other artists are recording your materials.
Oh yes, I feel really good about that. That means I've been doing something good.
Yep.
The tide is high. And the Atomic Kittens did it over again, and it went number one. And Brianna and Lil Wayne, they now have a version of it going well in America. The same tide is high there. They do. The Brianna, the girl from Barbados.
Yep, yeah, doing very
and
well.
And Lil Wayne, the American guy, rapping guy. That's what they just did it a few weeks ago, and it's now playing a lot in America at the top.
Okay. Well, John, seriously, I would really love to have you in the studio for at least 3 hours so we can have a John Holt day.
Oh, that's a long hour.
Well,
it's going to be like an evening in a way. It's just like an evening gone by, 3 hours. What's 3 hours? 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to see you on Sunday.
Okay.
And I've recorded this interview, and I'm going to email you a copy of it as well.
Oh, that'd be so good, Tony.
Okay. And everyone in our chat room is really bigging you up and everything else. It's a shame you're not in here to see it.
Oh, yes. I say, big up, everyone. Big up. I love you all more than cook food.
All right. Would you mind singing something for us live, a cappella like?
Live? Which song? I asked the crew to mention one.
Okay, let me ask King C, which song would you like John Holt to sing for you today?
Oh, yeah. Forgot to say I love you.
Forgot to say I love you.
I'm going to salute you, Mr. Holt.
What is it?
I forgot to say I love you?
Yep.
Oh, that
Way
song.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say I love you. Oh, Merrily was the girl I met while walking home one day. She made me forget my marbles. She said she had another game to play. You remember that one, right?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Holt.
Yes, man. Everything is good.
That's the voice of King C there.
King C, all right, King C. Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. All right, so John Holt, thank you very, very, very much indeed, and I'm really looking forward to link up with you on Sunday. And more important than that, I'm really, really love to have you in the studio here so we can have a wicked, wicked chat.
Yeah, man, it's so nice you could break it up and get it through, you know what I mean?
And I would like you to make up a playlist of some, well, I know you say all the songs are your favorites and you don't have a favorite, but I'd like you to put together a John Holt list that we could go through one after the other, and you could explain to us and tell us why this, why that, and, you know, like you cover quite a lot of songs as well.
Yes.
You know, so
I call it Songs I Love to Hear.
Yeah. So,
what a good title.
it is.
Songs John Holt loves to hear.
Don't forget the Sir John.
OD. All right then, Tony. You enjoy the rest of the day now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lincoln.
And say bye-bye to all the folks around.
I will indeed. Thank you very much.
It's such a pleasure to be talking to you, Tony.
You
would
too.
Never know. You bring back lots of memories. I see us sitting right in front of the little table you always sit around.
All right, Sir John. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All
Have
right,
a pleasant
Tony,
day.
You
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Laying soft upon my skin.
Well, that's about it from me. Tony Williams going to wrap it up, and tight. Many thanks to Sir John there. We're going to link him, and as he promised, he's going to try and make it here into the studio. Wow, that is going to be something very, very special for me, I can tell you that.